EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with their opponents. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. This will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got some space here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Watson. He's got Jordan complete right side. And he is going to have a Texans first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Watson on 1st down. Throw over the middle, caught by Jordan. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Danielle Hunter just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Operating from the gun. Watson. He completes it to Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Off the bootleg. Sauer. He finds his man. Complete. It's McLaughlin. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taking it about the 16. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Watson on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Texans. First and goal from the 6. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try again. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. 49 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to throw. Sauer. He finds his man. Complete. It's Weaver. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Frank Reich, he didn't even seem hesitant about this. He wants to go for it on 4th down. On the move to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. The extra point splits the uprights. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Texans on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And the Texans scoop it.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can. It's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, Sauer. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
Taking on the midfield logo. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Caught by Jones. 7 yards, the pick up there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync.
And he'll take this one in for a Texan Texans touchdown. Brevin Jordan, 28 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the first round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the first round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
On first down, Sauer. He finds his man, complete. It's McLaughlin, and he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right at the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Off play action. Sauer rolling to his right. He finds his man, complete. That's Knight. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. So we reach halftime here in our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Sauer. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
They'll keep it on the ground. McLaughlin. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. 81 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Now a play fake here on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's McLaughlin. That catch good for only a couple. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. And to give this time to the tailback. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Looking to throw. Sauer. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. There he goes left side. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Moore now on the return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's McLaughlin. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Off the play fake. Sauer. He finds his man, complete. It's Weaver. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now they try the right side here. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. Frank Reich going to tell the offense to go for 2. They'll try the draw. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, they'll try to run it. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
on a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage.
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a handoff here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 63 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And he's in for the score. Touchdown. Texans. Deshaun Watson, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Texans are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Out for the PAT, here's Sloman. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Set to return it, here's Moore. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Faking the give. Now Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. 35 yards. yards. And the Texans are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. He's going to wind up and air it out. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
97 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
And they will take a knee here. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for our visitors, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night.
And they will return home next week to take on the Las Vegas Raiders.
Meanwhile, for the Colts, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.